EMS crews in St. Charles County are pleading with taxpayers today. A property tax hike is on the April ballot, and the countywide ambulance district says it desperately needs the money. Emily Rao talked to paramedics today. Emily, they say they're already short-staffed, but things could get even worse.
That's right, Sharon. There are 5 open positions now. Instead of filling those, they'll have to cut more. This is an 11-cent property tax increase. Averages out about $30 for the average homeowner in St. Charles County.
You can only spread resources so thin until holes show up.
A lot has changed in St. Charles County since 1975, but not the tax rate for the ambulance district that covers all 585 square miles.
We're just in a predicament with the combination of what has happened with the economy and what has happened with health care reform, that to keep up with the growth, we desperately need this increase.
Now serving 385,000 people, the district says it has an identity crisis with some voters who mistakenly believe it gets funding from fire districts.
But a lot of people have moved here from St. Louis, where it's fire-based EMS, and they believe that because we're on a lot of calls, we're all the same. And it is kind of difficult to get that distinction of that we are a separate service.
To cut the budget without cutting corners, they've eliminated their compassionate billing program that helped people defray the high cost of a 911 call. Since then, medics hear from folks with fixed incomes who are now reluctant to call for help.
It's extremely sad because we don't want anybody not to be able to get the service they need.
If they get the money, the district plans to buy a few new buses, because though this crew is proud of its 5-star record, there is one complaint they hear a little too often.
One of the biggest complaints we get is really that, the ride was kind of bumpy, and that's what we've had to do to kind of cut some costs, is just kind of use everything we have as long as possible, and some of these have several 100,000 miles on them.
And one more big change to mention here, a possibility. The district now has one station south of Highway 40. About 90,000 people live in that area. If this tax increase does not go through, they tell me they will likely pull that crew back to the busier areas. So if you live in New Melle or Forestel, you could be waiting for an ambulance to come from Wentzville, O'Fallon, or Lake St. Louis. We're live from the St. Charles County Newsroom. Emily Rao, News 4.